Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is a very mellow and quiet Sunday morning here in Edinburgh. It truly is. And today's morning music has been brought to us by Music Lab on YouTube. Deep chill out mix, mellow electronic music. Just take a second to enjoy those gentle ambient sounds as you wake up to Mojax Happy in the morning. Before I go and click this, good morning. How are you? Are you okay? I hope so. I'm speaking very quietly because we have washing hanging up all over the house, and the bedroom door where my wife and baby are sleeping right now has a towel over it, so it's open wide. I don't want to wake them up. Hope you don't mind. But we will get back to a semi-loud and awake voice. Okay, good. It's Sunday, and Sunday is all about Sunday papers, talking about tonight, things like that. I had a good day off yesterday. I had an absolute day of relaxation, no hassles. It was good. It was good. And we have quite interesting papers today. Lord Voldemort is for it. But he'll survive it probably. He probably will. But there you go. So, it's been a very windy weekend in Edinburgh. And it is still quite windy. But we'll look through the weather window for that in a while. Right, tonight I am going to be on my brother's show, Serial Sunday, over on Surviving Life YT. And we are talking about Joanna Dennehy tonight. She is a proper psychopath. Proper psychopath. Not one of these. I'm going to say this might not be the right choice of word, but to put it into a description, she's not a mellow Fred West and Moors Murder type psychopath. Ones which are genuinely insane, and don't give a shit what she's doing. She's like volatile, feisty, aggressive and stabby. I'm looking at a picture of just now and she scares me more than the Slenderman game I've been playing, to be perfectly honest. Wow. Wow. Incredible. Yeah, what else? Tomorrow, coffee in the morning, pick up the kids. Then tomorrow night, I am so looking forward to this tomorrow night. You probably saw the thing, the wee sign for the round table tomorrow. Good morning, Shady. Wow, thank you for joining us at this time on a Sunday morning. Incredible. You're a good one. If I could give you a hug right now, I would give you a hug right now. Yeah, so tomorrow night is oh God, I'm dead yawning. The round table is the dark crystal. Let me bring up the picture for it again, so you can all see. I'm quite excited about this, to say the least. Oh, where is it? There it is. Quite excited about that. I finished watching the TV series yesterday or Friday. Can't remember which day it was. I don't even. Every day's a Sunday just now. Yeah, that there is going to be everything Dark Crystal. That's what the watch party weekend this week is. I had a message from Cognag, says he's been feeling a bit drained recently, but he's now just binged watched the whole of the TV show, and he's looking forward to saying a good few things about it as well. So it's going to be a spectacular show tomorrow night. Tell your friends. Off with the headset. Let's go and make some coffee. Let's do the weather window and get on with the day. I did make a little bit of coffee earlier on because I woke up with exceptional dry mouth. And now I'm drooling. That's no good. That is no good. We're just going to add to the coffee because it's already got milk and a bit of water in it. Just a wee bit more stronger. Then we'll take my medication. I'm not going to make. My God, my nose is wrong. This dreamy nose. Oh yes. What's the other thing? I made a TikTok. Other than my personal TikTok, I made a Radio Apocalypse TikTok because I think it would be nice to occasionally go on there and get down with the kids, and do stuff there. But I'm gonna when I go do that TikTok thing, I'm gonna make it a little bit edgier there because I think TikTok needs some edge, some sharp things going on there. Oh, that's hot. That is hot. Well, okay, let's go back to the chat. Chat-chat-chiroo. Shady, you're a good one. You really are. I honestly can't believe that you're up on a Sunday morning and you've clicked onto YouTube to watch me. Right, we will be making a jingle. I keep saying this, but I think it's quite funny that. Where's flip? It's not going to let me flip. Where's the flippy bit? Camera mic. That's fine. Oh. Hang on. We may lose the stream for a second. It still says that I'm there. Camera is fine. That's good. That's good. We are still here. I'm just pushed the wrong button on my camera. Can you believe that? What an idiot. Idiot. but we will be there in a sec. Hold on. And Oski. We won't be long now. He's got a different microphone, and he's just waiting to get in. Here we go. We may get some feedback. We're connecting. Connected. Here we go. There we go. You're playing WoW. That's amazing. Oh, I forgot you were in America land. You know, always now we want to be on this camera. That's better. For some reason, we don't have the flippy bit. It usually has a little part that allows me to flip over onto the other bit. Oh well, we'll just have to do this in a very, very old-fashioned way and point the camera in a different direction when we do the weather window. That's really bizarre. Oh wow, it's still quite windy. And you can hear the birdies. Right, here we go. Very overcast, looking west, very overcast. And, no, that's looking east, idiot. That's where the sun comes up. Mongo, what I like. And yeah, you know, I think it's going to be a bit of a drift day still. When you look down at the bushes down there, the bushes are definitely blowy, without a doubt. Ground's not wet though, which is good news. It's not been raining. Trees are definitely blowy. It has been very, very blowy here through the night. Very, very blowy. But we're okay. Smells like the mountains today. I like that. It's when it smells like the mountains. Oh yes. There we go. Good morning, Aiko. Nice to have you. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you very, very much. Right, I need to move the coffee because it's sitting where this microphone is. There's my shorts. You just saw my shorts. I'm going to go to the nice big high quality microphone. So we go to this camera and we can get rid. And we can go to the nice mic where I will be making the ASMR voices stories. Yeah, there we go. We are here at Jailhouse Coffee. Hey, but listen, it's good Jailhouse Coffee. It's none of your crap Jailhouse Coffee. Yeah, so let me get comfortable so I can begin. So in Great Britain, we've had these lockdown rules, like everywhere else, imposed upon us. It's caused frictions between families, people to get fined, and all sorts of things. Good morning, Aiko's daughter. I hope you're sitting back and enjoying the sound of Mojax Happy's voice. Just call me Mo. Mo in the morning. Mo in the evening. Mo that will happily tell you the story of the Gruffalo one day. I was looking to see if a copy is up here. I did actually a whole set of bites, which is like Vine, made by the same guys that do Vine. I did a whole, over 3 weeks, read the whole book, The Gruffalo, in a Scottish accent. It's the actual Scottish version of the Gruffalo. And maybe do that as a bit of content for you guys sometime. It's a very, very good story, a very good kids' story, highly enjoyable. Anyway, let's get back to what's going on. So we have, like everywhere else, these incredible lockdown rules imposed upon us, not against them, and we've had some of our illustrious leaders break them. And some of these leaders, not the politicians, but political advisors, like the chief medical officer for Scotland, she visited her holiday home twice. Twice, can you believe that? Twice in the space of 2 weeks, like each weekend she did it, which is not a particularly professional thing to do, considering she's saying to us, stay at home. We've had other non-political entities that advise the government for different things doing the same thing, but it has now come to light 8 weeks later that the chief advisor of the government did the same thing. He travelled like God knows how many hundreds of miles to to visit to drop his kids off at his parents while his wife had symptoms of coronavirus. So he's gone from London to Durham. Okay, there's the papers coming up now. Well, stick with me though. And yeah, he went up there to drop his kids off. Now everybody's saying, "Yeah, well, he had the right to do this. It's very important that they have childcare while the kids shouldn't be around the mum or the dad if they're presenting symptoms of coronavirus." Yes, totally agree with it. Seek childcare. But the government rules also said children have not to be around vulnerable people for a length of time. So we've got a big drama in Great Britain just now, and I love it because I hate this man. His name is Dominic Cumming, and to me he is Lord Voldemort in personification. Right, before I continue, let me answer Aiko's little question. Gruffalo. Gruffalo is a book about a mouse going for a walk through the woods. Comes across a fox, an owl, and a snake, and tricks them into not eating him by saying he's away to meet his friend the Gruffalo. And the mouse basically is all about deceit, cunning to survive, and tells them about the Gruffalo, which is in his head doesn't exist. But actually, the Gruffalo does exist. And he meets the Gruffalo on his way. I'll tell the story. I'm quite happy to do that. We'll do it live one day. We'll do the whole thing live. Maybe do that on open mic night one week. Right, let's get on with the papers because they're kind of important and we want to talk about them. Right, so here we go, yeah. Newspaper headlines, Cummings face fresh claims as PM defends aid. Oh yes, Boris is going to be defending him. Here we go. Cummings broke lockdown calls for aid to be sacked. He broke it down twice. Oh my God. Oh, amazing. I love this. This is great. This is my Susie Lou drama on the internet, but for Dominic Cumming. I fucking hate this man. Sorry, I'm swearing Aiko's daughter. I don't usually swear in the morning, but oh God, this man. I don't even hate people very often, but I really don't like. Look at him. Look at him. There he is there. He could be Lord Voldemort if you cut his nose off. You know, he could be the baddie, evil personified. Anyway, let's read the blurb. Reports that Dominic Cummings broke lockdown rules dominate the front pages for a second day as calls mount for Boris Johnson to sack his senior aide. The Sunday Mirror leads with allegations that Mr. Cummings made 2 trips from London to Durham, while Boris were under strict instructions not to travel. Oh, while Britain, sorry, were under strict instructions not to travel. Downing Street is called "The Stories Inaccurate and False." Wow. Oh, this is going to be great. This is a drama that's not going to go away. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. There he is again. Look, he is such an idiot. Fresh claims that Cummings broke virus lockdown rules. And this is the Observer. Oh, I am not going to get bored of this today. I refuse to get bored of this at all. At all, at all, at all. It's going to be astounding. I love it. Oh, I hope he gets sacked. I think he's got something over Boris, though. He's this man. We should do a serial Sunday about him as well, because his attitudes killed 35,000 people in the UK. He's a proper serial killer, doesn't care, no empathy, proper psychopath. Um, Welcome to Serial Sunday, and tonight we're talking about a lesser known, still at large serial killer called Dominic Cummings. Oh, yeah. He's not a good man. He is not a good man. Right. What's the Observer saying? The Observer continues the coverage of the fresh claims levelled against Mr. Cummings. A new testimony suggests he left the home he was staying in Durham to visit a town 30 miles away. Oh my God. He was also allegedly seen in Durham on the 19th of April, days after being pictured in London, having recovered from the virus, the paper reports. Wow. Do's I do, don't, no, do's I say, don't, do's I do. Incredible. Incredible. Oh, it's still not getting boring. Cummings faces fresh claims that he broke lockdown as row engulfs number 10. Look, stay back. Stay your 2 meters away from me. I've got my kid's ball and my kid's bike. Stay back, I tell you. Back, back. Dominic, shut up. Shut up, Dominic. The Sunday Telegraph says the claims around Dominic Cummings engulfs number 10. A picture of Cummings outside his London home on Saturday dominates the paper's front page, as it does most other papers. When asked whether he would resign, Cummings, photographed with a child's ball and bike, replied, "Obviously not." That's my Snape impression. Obviously. Potter. Sit down, Potter. Obviously, you're standing up. Yeah, except he's Lord Voldemort. He's no Snape. Wow. Sunday people, please, 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 please. Yes! We've got 100% track record every front page. He'll be loving it. His ego will be getting totally caressed by the soft hand of the Sunday papers. The Sunday papers have dipped their hand, a big vat of hand cream, rubbed it around and around and gone, "Dominic Cummings' ego. We love putting things up about you because people read it and you get all their energy. Do you feel that, Dominic? Yes, we like to massage your ego. Rah, rah, rah. Amazing. Anyway, Comings and Goings. Oh, yes. What a headline. Yes. Comings and Goings. Da-da-da. And the prize for the most amazing headline today goes to the paper that says, Sunday people, Comings and Goings. What? That is the best headline ever. I get very excited about things like this. Anything that makes Dominic Cummings look like a twat, I'm all for. Hey, Dom, if you're watching the show just now, listen, get in touch, come on the show, tell us your version of events, okay? Let me have the exclusive. Likely, but I'll put it out there right now and say, hey, we like you, Dominic. We think you would be great content for us, and I would thoroughly enjoy having you here. It would be astounding. Comings and goings. Oh, man. I could sit and look at that head. Look, there's his beady little eyes. Going, hee. I've got blood on my shoulders. Furious police czar calls for Boris advisor sacking. Arrogant aide flouted lockdown for a second time, but PM still backs him. That's because Dominic probably has some dodgy photographs of Boris doing dodgy things with that American lassie. Oh, yes. He's not about not blackmailing a person or two. A proper criminal, proper psychopath, proper gangster. Oh, yes. Comings and goings is the headline emblazoned on the Sunday People's front page. The people say a furious police czar is calling for the PM advisor to be sacked following the claims he flouted lockdown for a second time. But other papers, including the Sunday Times and Mail on Sunday, lead their coverage of the story by reporting Boris Johnson's do you see that? Do you see? Hang on. Can you see? No, hang on. I need to bring this up like this. Do you see that little bit highlighted there? Boris Johnson's defense of Mr. Cummings. Okay. What has he got on Boris? I mean, what has he got? I mean, really? I think he's got dodgy pictures of him and the American girl that he gave like a couple of $100,000 to when he was Mayor of London. It's crazy. Good morning, Twinkie. Thank you for joining us. Is this the first time you have been here? If it is, you are most welcome to be here. Lab Magic, yes indeed. Wow, wow, I'm so proud that I've got such cool people joining me at this time on a Sunday morning. I am privileged to say the least, and I'm totally psyched that Lord Voldemort is actually getting it in the neck in the papers. If you're a regular to this show, you know how much I dislike this man with a passion when I talk politics in the morning with the papers. I mean, look, he could, let's find that picture of him again. Hold on. There we go. We will bring up this camera so you can see the papers as well. Awesome. Right. Look, he could be Lord Voldemort with shades there. Cut off his nose, wave a magic wand. He is. Look at him. Look at him. Oh, yes. Right, let's go back to the papers. We need to know what's going on. Sunday Express. Safety plan ready to unlock Britain. But there he is again. Cash to help high streets reopen. But Boris backs aid Cummings in lockdown row. He's still on the front page. Amazing. The Sunday Express leads with a plan ready to unlock Britain. The paper focus on the PM's series of crucial moves to start easing lockdown, including cash to help the high streets reopen. A photo of Mr. Cummings is the lead image on the front page. Is that all you're saying? I'm really disappointed. Sunday Express. That's because you're kind of mediocre right-wing Tory. You're sort of like Tory light, vanilla Tory. We're not going to go too much because we might, scare off our slightly left-wing Tory, buyers, our customers that, tend to vote Tory because they're stupid, but like a little bit more socialist values, those sort of Tories. Vanilla Tories. We'll call them vanilla Tories. Yeah, you need to be going to town, mate. You need to be going to town because he flouted bloke. I'm going to give you my solid opinion of this in a minute. Okay, once we finish the papers, you will get my solid opinion about it all, which is amazing. Amazing. Right. Ding dong ding dong ding dong. Thank you, Twinkie, for tweeting my stream. That's very kind of you. I like that. Oh, there's digital hugs for you. Little squeezy digital hugs. We like that stuff. Indeed. Right. Okay, back to the papers. Daily Star has a picture of a scantily clad woman in a bikini on it because they like that stuff. Rape cops quiz second Premier Star. Oh, I thought that meant cops that were being naughty. And I don't mean the nice naughty, I mean the naughty which should get you squashed into a cube and left in a park for dogs to piss on. Sort of naughty. Yeah. Right, let's read what this is. Women attacked at lockdown. But why are people doing lockdown parties? Do you think, After everything the nation's been through, the amount of people dead, the, you know, the narcissistic friggin', I'm trying not to swear, these narcissistic, inflated ego, highly paid premier football sports people and personalities would just get their proverbial. Listen, if it's that bad, if you're having that bad a time, all right, why don't you just go and like be a lemming? Just go and jump off a frigging cliff, all right, and stop taking up quality papers space on the front page where we could be taking the piss out of Dominic Cumming. That rubs me up the wrong way. However, it's a very, very important thing to point out that these people, a lot of um, people that can't get past their own inflated egos, think they can do such things as attack women or attack men and get away with it. They think that it's just, hey, I'm a superstar, I can have sex with you and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. No, I don't want to have sex with you. No, you do want to have sex with me. No, 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 I really, really, I don't. I'm just here for the part. No, no, you want to have sex with me. Bang. But anyway, let's read what the blurb says. The Daily Star Sunday leads on reports that police are interviewing a Premier League footballer. You see that? Oh, hang on. Is my mic working? Yes, here we go. He's all blacked out, so we can't see him. He actually looks like Dominic Cumming. See that? With the sticky out ears and his baldy head. That could be Dominic Cumming right there. I'm going to say it's Dominic Cumming, but he's not a footballer. Let's read the blurb. I've got to go back to it, stick to the story. The Daily Star leads on reports that the police are interviewing a Premier League footballer who has been accused of taking part in a gang rape. Fuck him. Sorry, I'm not giving a shit about Sweden now. Fuck him. All of them. All of them. Every last one of them. At a lockdown party, the controversy engulfing number 10 about Mr. Cummings' actions gets smaller mention in the paper's front page. Where is he? Where is it? On the front page. Has Boris's aid ended lockdown? Now, that's a pretty crap headline there, but that takes precedent over it. Wankers, gang rape. So basically, as far as I'm concerned, right? As far as I'm concerned with regard, hey Christina, how are you? Thank you for joining us today. Nice of you to be here. Nice of you. Now you're having a party now that Christina Dillard is in the house. Oh yeah. Right. Anyway, that whole thing right there with a gang rape headline, right? I I get quite upset about the fairer sex, and I'm not being sexist when I say that. I'm just saying the fairer sex because I'm a bit old fashioned, gentlemanly like person. I like to open the door, but I've learned to have the door also opened for me as well by ladies. Okay, but when the word gang rape, whether it be of a woman or a man, doesn't matter, comes into it, that is a hive mentality of abuse that these people think that it's a laugh. And that's a disgrace. How could people even behave? I can't believe we're talking about this when we're supposed to be mellow as hell on a Sunday morning. But having a headline like that, it needs to be highlighted that behaviours like this are shocking. They're beyond anything. It's not just predatory. It's ridiculous. I mean, these people might not actually be predators. They might not be like the sort of people that are sex offenders. They might be thinking that this is a bit of fun. This is all right to do. The person in question's enjoying this. They're all part of the party. No, no means no, and consent is everything. Okay, I have absolutely zero issues what goes on between grown ups, and I will highlight the word grown ups as long as it is consensual. The moment that consent is removed from the equation, it becomes you could say crime. I would say an offence. An offence against humanity. It is a disgrace. It is an obvious violation of everything that makes us human beings. No is no. Thank you, Twinkie, for putting that in and stuff. Right, great. We also have. I'm going to go back to the chat for a second because I've noticed there's a few other people come in. I did say hi, Christina. That's really nice of you. Thank you for joining us. I used to do my show a wee bit later in the mornings, but I was intruding in breakfast time for the baby. So now I do them at 6:30 in the morning so I can get it all out of the way before the family gets up. So I sit here in the living room doing stuff like this. It's mental. Mental. Oh boy, I can't wait to get into... and now how do we pronounce this? Is it Nisine? Necking? Can you give me a phonetic spelling of your name, please, my friend? Because I would very much like to be able to pronounce it properly and say hi. Anyway, hi, and thank you for joining us this morning. It's good. We're a tiny, tiny little stream. Tiny stream. And if you can wait 5 minutes, I will tell you all about the things that I do during the week. Yelisar. Okay, we will call you Yelisar. Very good. Right, let's finish the papers. And once we finish the papers, we will talk about all the things that I do. Some of you already know, but we've got some new people in. So I think it's important that we plug the crap out of my stream while we are here. Okay, papers, right? Let me just say, wanker. Moving on. Oh, and that is the papers. Amazing. Right, that's good. Right, we're going to keep those up. Right, before I give you my opinion, okay, hold on. I have dry mouth. Right. My brother, Ron Swanson, great guy, encouraged me round about Christmas time to set my creative brain afloat. And I did. He sent me a couple of videos, and then I started to write my poetry book, which was my first milestone, which I published a wee back in February. It's called 20. It's not designed to make any money at all. I put it as a digital download on Amazon so I could get over that milestone of having my creative mind in a public sphere for open for critical criticism. I'm not looking to be a millionaire from it. It was a personal milestone for me. So it's there. I'm just about finished book number 2, another book of poems based on the global society during this pandemic and the lockdown. I'm not going to say what it's called because I'm going to have a special night where I'm going to read a few poems from it and talk about it all. And then he said, why don't you start producing content for YouTube as well? And I'll help you do stuff. And I went, right, that's cool. So he's been kind of my encouraging sort of like backbone to push me in that direction. I'll be honest with you, I have not actually done exactly what he suggested, which was like a different channel based around the niche of true crime, which has a big following. I quite like the live streaming. I quite liked the whole thing. I started off about the coronavirus in the evenings at midnight. It was called the Covid Chronicles, and my evening show has now evolved into something with arms and legs. It's not massive. We get about, most we've ever had at one time is 12 people. I sometimes get about 50 watchbacks over YouTube, which is amazing. Hi Zinnia, glad that you're back. Coming to say hello. That's amazing. Thank you for that. We're also broadcasting on Facebook, so if the YouTube people see me speaking to people that names are not up there, it's because I'm broadcasting, dual broadcast on Facebook at the same time. I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's just asking how I am. Anyway, so in the evening, we broadcast Monday to Friday. Monday nights is a thing called the Round Table, where I have some of my mates that are quite eclectic, a bit eccentric, come on, and we dissect what we have been doing over the weekend. And this weekend, it was called, we do this thing called Watch Party Weekend, based out of our Discord, where we watch a movie over the weekend at any time, and then everybody comes back on the Monday and we talk about it. Well, we have had in place for almost 2 weeks everything that is the Dark Crystal TV show and the movie. And I just finished watching the TV show, and I'm going to go and watch the movie a couple of times today and the documentary about it as well. And then tomorrow night, Lazy Sod, Mr. Vampire, Jason, and Cognac, my Californian buddy, will all be on the panel to talk about everything Dark Crystal. I am quite excited about it. It's going to be good fun. And I hope that you guys can join us because it'll be quite a good fun show. Tuesday nights was a bit of a flexible night. It was a night where now I play games, and I am playing Slenderman. If you've never watched a horror game be played out before, um, it's a good one. It's absolutely frightening and terrifying. Actually, I'll say. So Tuesdays is doing that. Wednesdays is my very deeply personal show called The Human Condition, where we look at the good, the bad, and the ugly of human beings. We did last week toxic behaviors. I'm still waiting for one phone call to see if this young woman will come on the show and tell her story. If not, I've got a whole different show prepared, but I'll find out today if she's going to come on. Thursdays is what we originally started off to be, the Covid Chronicles, talking about everything to do with the virus. And then Fridays is open mic night. And this week on open mic night, I have a DJ friend of mine from Las Vegas coming on to do a set. He is an amazing guy. He suffers from brittle bone disease and a couple of other ailments. And he goes around all the clubs in Vegas in his hospital bed on his back with his digital decks above him doing his gigs. He is astounding, absolutely astounding. Mr. Bones is his name, and he's going to be doing a set for me in the last sort of 20 minutes, half hour of the show, which is going to be spectacular. I'm very excited about that. Saturdays I take off, and then we're here on a Sunday as well. Sunday through to Friday, 6:30 every morning, coffee, porridge, papers and poetry usually. That is Radio Apocalypse. And we have a Discord. I don't think I've opened the window this morning. I don't usually have it open this morning. But if you go to www.radioapocalypse.live/Discord, you will then be taken to the invitation station. And if it's not open, just give us a wee mail and we'll get it open for you. We'll send you a personal invite. I've also just set up a TikTok. I did TikTok a long time ago on a different account, but I've set up a Radio Apocalypse one. Again, you can find that at /TikTok. In fact, you get all my socials as /Instagram, /TikTok, /Facebook, /whatever. They're all sitting there as a / the slashables. So that is Radio Apocalypse in a nutshell. I thoroughly enjoy it. I also do kind of other content, small YouTuber stuff, cooking live, various other things. I didn't really want to be stuck in one little niche. I would rather grow my brand slowly with cool, eclectic people that don't mind getting up at 6 o'clock on a Sunday morning to watch, you know. That's to me. And I go back to work in a month's time. Will I continue to do this? Yeah, of course I will. I've kind of aimed my times to be round, you know, outside of my working environment times, which is cool. But that's it. Right, let's me talk about Lord Voldemort just now and his stupidity of flouting the lockdown rules. This man is a psychopath. He has been quoted in saying at the start of this pandemic, "Let the weak die." Okay, or words to that effect. Let the weak die. You know, he was the one that kind of put forward the whole herd immunity concept that we might lose, 10% of the population, but it will make us stronger sort of attitude. He comes across to me as quite Nazi, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I've said that. It's out there at 7:15 on a Sunday morning. I think that Lord Voldemort, also known as Dominic Cummings, is quite Nazi. I'm not saying he is a Nazi. I'm saying he's got tendencies to be a Nazi. He also handed a National Health Service contract to develop the app to one of his buddies. This was a £250 million contract to one of his buddies. Okay, literally within weeks of going into Downing Street, gave him the contract to develop apps for the NHS, specifically the track and trace one, okay, to a guy that is just not doing a good job at all. And he has now got access to all the data, and I mean all the NHS data. He has files on me, files on any of you guys that live in the UK. I don't like that. I've got no problems with a reputable company doing it, but any friend that's a friend of Dominic Cummings is a Death Eater. And I don't mean like the nice cartoon comic book fluffy Death Eaters that we see in Harry Potter. I mean a sincere person that would eat your soul. Okay? They're not nice people. They are genuinely not nice people. Don't like them, don't want anything to do with them. But to have him flaunt lockdown rules, thinking that he's better than the rest of us, is a great big fat wow. How dare you? How dare you even consider that and think that you can get away with it? Then to have our Prime Minister support him. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, I could actually go on about him. What do I think? Well, I'm going to say one more thing and then we'll go to the chat. Okay, what do I think should happen to Dominic Cumming? I think that he should, first of all, apologise to the public, which he's not going to do because he's a narcissist and a toxic person, right? And two, he should be sacked by Boris. If Boris doesn't sack him, a vote of no confidence should be put in place for Boris Johnson, because for him to turn around and support a man that's doing this while other government officials have resigned and fallen on their sword because they've done it is a joke. It's a double standard and a hypocrisy that the nation will see how bad this leadership cabal actually is within the UK. It's atrocious, atrocious. That was quite a mild rant. Sometimes I really go off on one, but I have to keep my voice down because the bedroom door's open with a baby and my lady wife is sleeping just now. So I want to rant, I want to rant, I want to give them the full broadside of Mojax's, like, unique anger. There we go. Right, wee mouthful. Just so you know, I get dry mouth because I'm quite open about this. I only have one saliva gland. I survived a very nasty throat cancer last year, a stage 4 tumour in my throat, on the back of my tongue and the back of my throat. I had very aggressive chemotherapy, very aggressive radiotherapy, and hardcore experimental drugs. So as a result of that, it killed one of my saliva glands. So when I'm talking too much, I don't produce enough moisture. So I need to keep drinking like warm milk or very dilute jailhouse coffee for it all. So that's why I always have a nice warm cup of coffee to hand when I'm speaking to you guys. Oh yes, right. A little bit of chat, right? Okay, thank you for saying that, Twinkie. Follow my own path. Always go with your gut. Yeah, it's true. Listen. I'm very much looking forward to having a look at your book when it comes out. So as soon as it does, just go and pop a link in the Discord, please. Let everybody know. I'd be very happy for you to do that. And just one of the rules is don't plug your own things, but you have my explicit permission as a fellow writer and artist to do that. I will actually go and make, I think there's one called Poetry. I'll change the title to Poetry Stroke Writers. Okay, and you can go and put your thing in that channel, Twinkie, okay, because I think it's really important that even though we've only got like 23, 24 people in this tiny little community, I think that it's important that you're allowed to do such things. So please do that. I'd be honoured to host a little link in that Discord. Dark Crystal, it was an interesting movie, Christine. You need to watch the TV series of it on Netflix. It's perfect storytelling. Absolutely. If you're not a fan of puppeteering, it might not be for you, but because it's such a unique spectrum for quite an in-depth tale to be told, it kind of holds your attention in ways. Oh no, see, I'm about to talk about what I'm talking about tomorrow night. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all. And Christina, our what's it called? Our Discord is, in fact, you know what? I can do this. I'm sure I can do this right now. Is it still up? 1 second. because you are on my friends list. You are on my friends list, Christina. It'll take a second or two because I work from a steam powered laptop. I am getting a technical upgrade as soon as lockdown kind of slows down, and we will have Barry across here with my amazing technical upgrade. Oh, it's taken ages. If we lose the stream because I have clicked onto another application, I apologise in advance. Right, let's just get rid of that one just now. Dun 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 dun, dun ding dang dong. Ah, la 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 la. Oh. So it's a kid's book. Amazing. I'm just looking at that while Discord boots up. Right, come on, Discord. We want to go to where my friends list is. We don't want to do anything other than go to my friends list. It's taken light years. Hang on. There we go. Christina. I'm sure that's you on my friends list there. From my... Yes, it is. Fantastic. Right, okay. Let's just right click on you, invite to server, Radio Apocalypse. And I think you're on here, Christina. I think you're already a member. Because it's saying you sent an invite. There we go. Oh, you've joined. Brilliant. That is you on there. We will get you sorted out with tier 3 access once the show finishes. There you go. Brilliant. Nice one. Okay, so yeah, we're a tiny little community there. We have similar security levels that my brother has. We tend to keep away from pictures of ourselves, family stuff. As we grow and we have trusted members, we'll have like hidden rooms where things like that can take place more. But traditional social media is where we should really keep such things as family images and stuff. When places like Discord is open to abuse through the back door and things like that. So we are putting in anybody that comes in ends up in the welcome room. They have to read the rules, and we're putting a clickable in place where the bot, once you've clicked on it, the bot will take you to tier 1, where we're going to ask you to just do a couple of sentences about yourself so we know that you're not a bot. And it doesn't have to be anything personal. I'm still putting the little pinned note towards that. Then you go into tier 2. If we don't know you, you'll be kind of held in tier 2, where I'm creating a small YouTubers kind of forum in there just now as well. And then tier 3 is where all the Radio Apocalypse and all the good chat goes on about it. And do you know something? I don't expect anybody to come in and be super duper active there. It's just nice to have you pop in once in a while. I'm not an incredibly fussy person when it comes to that sort of thing. I use it as a platform to give you guys like hugs down the internet, to show you what I'm doing, give you an opportunity to get to know each other. Occasionally we do live chats as well after the shows. It's where I kind of communicate with my team that does the technical stuff for me and everything, which is good. Yeah, it's definitely a grown-up Discord. I allow my son, who's 14, to come into it, and I won't. If you know who he is, don't say his name here just now. Okay, I allow him to come in because he is very wise for his age. He's not a little dick, right? Like a lot of 13, 14-year-olds are. He truly isn't a little dick. He's the same height as me, and he's a perfect gentleman. He's like a mini me, except he's a little bit more serious. My daughter, on the other hand, she will not get to come into this. She's a good kid, but she doesn't get to come into this sort of thing. I don't mind her watching the streams, but she doesn't get to play on Discord. And she is exactly like her dad. She has a TikTok and she's hilarious, but it's a private TikTok. I wouldn't let her have an open one, and she has to anybody that's not one of her direct friends, anybody else that asks to follow her, she has to put past me first of all, so I can go and check them out. I'm very protective and shield my children from the internet. My second from youngest son has an iPhone and watches YouTube. He has no social media whatsoever. But there you go. Right. Yeah, we're saying tier 4 is £10,000 and only available for us who have gone clear. You promised not to tell anybody, Connor. You promised. That was between you and me. And the check's cleared, brother. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. It's good. I'm going to, as soon as lockdown's done, I'm going on holiday now. Buy my own server and then the lockdown. So there we go. So listen, if you are on TikTok, I'd like to grow the TikTok just to annoy the crap out the kids on TikTok with nonsense and kind of edgier little creative videos advertising the crap. I'm about to do one for something I'm starting for when I have my bouts of insomnia. I'm not going to tell it what it is. If you want to know what it is, you'll have to go to TikTok, because in about um, probably about half an hour, 40 minutes, I will then throw the video onto there. Just now it's just got like one advert video going on. But the next one is genuinely going to be, it's shows that I intend to do on an exceptionally ad hoc basis. And it's based around my overactive brain not letting me sleep through the night. So yeah, nighttime to 10:30 till 11:30, we do our our nighttime show. But there's something else that if I can't sleep, talking into a microphone and into a camera helps unwind my brain to allow me to sleep. So that is what I'm going to do. And there will be no schedule for it. There will be no announcement for it. You will just actually see it appear on your announcements or in my YouTube feed the next day. But yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. You'll get to see what it is when I put the wee advert up. But that is us. That is us. Please join us tonight on Surviving Life YT, where we'll be talking about Joanna Dennehy, a true, unique British psychopath. Wow. She is a scary, scary woman. Scary woman. I will go and sort out Discord for you, Christina, and bump you up to tier 3, and we'll take it from there. And I will go and change the name of the poetry one, Twinkie, so you can drop a wee link in there as well. And as soon as that book's available, I will hopefully be able to buy it, whether it be digital download or a hardback or a softback. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I think it would be a pleasure to actually have that. It would be good. It would be very good. It'd be interesting to see your artwork and the story of Twinkie the Llama. I'm excited. I like rubbing shoulders with eclectic people. I find you the most interesting sort and the most unthreatening, but probably also the strongest, because you have an out of the box, out of the sphere, out of the planet way of thinking. You think along different lines, and that, I'll have to say, is mostly my community. There's not a person in that community that doesn't have a free thinking gene in them. And I really appreciate that in ways that you have no idea. And we might have all these really strong rules stated in the welcome area, but there's one rule that kind of encompasses it all, and that is treat others how you would expect to be treated. And that is the most important thing for me. If you follow that rule, all the others fall in line naturally. Protect yourself. Yeah, obviously. Don't give the admins any hassle. Respect the admins, obviously, but treat others how you would expect to be treated. And that's the bottom line. That is the bottom line. I am now going to play you my outro music without the outro video, okay, done by Cognac on a particular Monday night stream when my stream went down, Barry's stream went down, and poor Cognac was left in the middle. I actually have the final video. I'll be uploading that today as well, of Cognac reacting and taking over the stream when nobody else was there. And he sang a song, so I ripped it off and got Barry to play the guitar over it. So I will play this and I will come back on like I usually do, just with a picture up on the wall, advertising tomorrow night's show. And I will see you guys a way back on, a way later on today with the Serial Sunday on my brother's thing. I'm going to go, where's that stupid video? Where's that song? Scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. There it is. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to join me today. I'll be back in the morning, 6:30 tomorrow again, with the Monday papers and coffee. And I will actually dig out a poem and read a poem to you as well. Take care.
I hope you've been enjoying Mojax Happy's Radio Apocalypse.
Usually I would do a big woo-hoo-hoo-hoo with Cognac there as well, but I can't because I'll wake up the baby. Right, see you guys tonight, and if you want to join me tomorrow, I would be delighted, and I'll go get everything Discordy done there, and I just banged my head off the microphone. I wasn't professional. Take care, guys.